There have been talks in Jamaica recently about constitutional changes. Currently, the King of England is the head of state of Jamaica. The Governor General represents the King in Jamaica. The Privy Council in England is the final court of appeal. These are some of the changes that are suggested by the Jamaica Labour Party government. They want to replace the Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Appeal. They want to replace the Governor General and King with a president. Now, the precedent is that when it relates to constitutional changes, both Prime Minister and opposition leader should meet. This we saw when Jamaica came in independence, where Norman Manley and Alexander Bustamante met and made post-independence changes and plans for the Jamaican Constitution. Later, Edward Seaga and PJ Patterson met to make further changes. Now, seeing these precedents, Mark Golding is arguing that when Andrew Holness is suggesting that he should meet with the Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, this is demeaning and it goes against precedent. This is not how it happens in Jamaica. Leader should meet with leader. Mark Golding is suggesting that he should meet with Andrew Holness. Now I see people online on social media saying that Mark Golding is disingenuous by refusing to meet with Delroy Chuck. But think about it. If Mark Golding would acquiesce and meet with Delroy Chuck, Mark Golding, would be agreeing to break precedent. And he would be going along with Andrew Holness's demeaning posture, maybe implying that he is too big to be meeting with Mark Golding, which is disrespectful to Mark Golding, disrespectful to the PNP, disrespectful to the Constitution, disrespectful to the Jamaican people. I agree with Mark Golding. Someone needs to stand up. And he, as the opposition leader, is in the best position to stand up. So Mark Golding holding his ground is a brilliant move. It is wise and it is agreeing with precedent. This is how it occurs. The Constitution is king. There is no king nor oligarch in Jamaica. The Constitution is king, is supreme. The only entity that is higher than the Constitution in Jamaica is God himself. There is no higher entity than the Constitution because implicitly all laws come from God. And in Jamaica, the Constitution is king. There are only two other countries that do not have a constitution, and they are Great Britain and Israel. And you notice that in those countries, quote unquote, anything goes. But in this country, in the United States, in Canada, in most other countries of the world, the Constitution is king. And the Constitution should be respected. Now, the Constitution is not just a piece of paper. The Constitution is norms, precedents, common law. All of those things form the Constitution. Now, in not going along with precedent, in not respecting what former leaders did, Andrew Holness is breaking implicitly a very subtle part of the Constitution. He's saying that whatever I say goes. And Mark Golding is correcting that and pointing to what usually occurs when constitutional matters are discussed. So I see people saying that Mark Golding is being disingenuous, but they need to see the big picture holistically. The Constitution is bigger than the Prime Minister because Prime Ministers come and go, but the Constitution will remain. And for there to be changes in the Constitution, there has to be consensus between both leaders. So a leader should not meet with a minister. Leaders and leaders should meet. And that is Mark Golding's argument, and I agree with the argument. I also see some persons' points that say that Mark Golding could meet with Delroy Chuck. But in meeting with Delroy Chuck, he would basically just be acquiescing to Andrew Holness's quote unquote, for want of a better word, bully attitude, like whatever I say goes. And this is not how it works in Jamaica. In Jamaica, the Constitution is king. The Prime Minister's dictate and legislation has to be in tandem with the Constitution. Anything outside of that is void. All right? So that's my take. What's your take? All right? Let me hear from you.